What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all that analysis breakdown in tribute to John Hondo Havlicek. He was one of the best finishers in the league at the time that he played. Very fast, getting to the ball, use his length, his size, and his IQ to get to the spots that he needed to and go right to the basket and finish. He wasn't the most craziest, most unique, most fancy guy in the air. He just did what he needed to do to score the basketball, and that was just basically cutting or doing line drives or just making sure nobody's in the paint that's bigger or taller than him so he can get the easy layup and put it in the basket. And that's as simple as you can do it. And it was just hard to stop because he had the ability to hit his jump shot, which allowed him to mix up the game in so many different ways because you didn't really want him going to the basket. You really wanted him to take the tougher shot, which was the mid range. But he was just so good at creating space or getting to the space that he needed to get it off clean. And teammates did a great job of finding him, and he had a great job of being confident and no hesitation in his game to pull it up. It ended up becoming one of his best weapons for his game, and he can do it coming off screens. He can do it if you don't pay attention to him, and he can do it just in general, just by playing within the offense and letting his teammates find him. And then it was just about knocking down a shot, and that's all he really had to do was make easy layups and easy mid ranges his whole career because the team was just that unselfish, and he benefited from it and he took advantage of it. You got to give him credit. But defensively, he was one of the best defenders in the game for his time. He can stay in front of you. He can contest your shot. He can make you think a little bit too much. He can make you off balance a little bit. He played against some of the best small forwards in the game, and he was contesting, blocking shots, and he was just giving just so many frustrating defensive segments and sessions to these players when they did play each other, and it was just tough for anybody to score on him just because he used his lateral quickness, he used his hands, he used his size, and he used it to his advantage defensively too. And that's something that he always will be remembered as a great defender. And I just look at people saying clear out on him, and he'll stay in front, he'll move his feet, he'll move his body, he'll put his hands up, he'll deny the passing lanes, and just these stances and just this IQ of how to defend the right way is really pushed him into being a great defender. And he just made you take tough shots over or made you think too much of how to get past them that he would just stay in front of you anyway, forcing you to pass or forcing you into a tough shot. And that's part of great defense is to contest and to defend at the highest level, even if you feel that you fouled. It's still important for you to keep your calm, keep your cool until the possession is over. And I feel like he was very, very, very good at that. And that was one of the best things that he ever could do. And he was able to do it at a high level. And people look at John Havlicek as one of the first two-way players that was able to dominate as a scorer and as a defender. And he was one of the reasons why the Celtics won 8 championships with him. And they did repeat a lot of the time when he was under this roster, and he was a Finals MVP in 1974. He was a 13-time NBA All-Star, basically consecutive from 1966 to 1978. He was an All-NBA first-team player from 1971 to 1974. He was an All-NBA second-team player 1964, 1966, 1968 through 1970, 1975, and 1976. And like I said before, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, 5-time NBA All Defensive First Team, and 3-time All NBA Defensive Second Team. He was an All Rookie First Teamer. He was an NBA Anniversary Team for 35th, 50th, and 75th anniversary team. He was retired by the Celtics. He even won a championship in college, showing you that he knew how to play the game the right way. He knew how to evaluate and think about the game the right way and play it at the same level, at the highest level. And he came in winning championships 3 years later with the Boston Celtics. And even though he was dominant at every level, like most Hall of Famers are, we still haven't seen another Hondo in the game, a guy that can do so much and do it with so much simplicity and authenticity. It was just tough to guard this guy. It was tough to score on this guy, and he just made the game so easy for his teammates too. that is just a beautiful thing to watch when you see him playing the game. He just made it look like I got everything figured out. I'm just flowing and going in the game. And next thing you know, he's wide open. He's cutting to the basket, getting out in transition. He's using that size to finish with layups. He's finishing with that size, getting to the basket and doing it at a high level. And he did it throughout the entire game. And you knew it was coming. You knew he was going to try to get open, and you would just see him putting the ball in the basket. That's how great he was, and that's how consistent he was at scoring, and how hard it was to defend him, because you knew exactly what he wanted to do. You did the scouting, you did the preparation, and then he would just do it anyway throughout the entire game and end up with 25 or 30, and you would be like, wow, this was just crazy watching him get all these easy opportunities, and I'm the one defending him all night. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe and share. Hit the notification bell. I have over 2,000 videos on my channel, so if you like this video, you will most likely like the rest of my content. And if you do, this is the channel for you. And if you new to the channel, or you kind of new, or you've been hanging around and you got some free time, it is fun to catch up on some videos that you like. So make sure you continue to like and check out the older ones. Even if you've been on the channel for a while, you might miss some. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a part of the channel. And I'll be back with more analysis later this month and for the rest of the year.